Hello, lovely people from the internet. It is Connie over here, and today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. That's super YouTuber of me to say, but anyway, first of all, I have to get something out of the way. My shirt is backwards because I've been having this obsession of touching this part of like fabric. I love this part of fabric of like t-shirts lately. I don't know why, but I've been wearing my shirts backwards for the past 2 days just because I love touching this so much. So yeah, don't worry, I don't go out like this. Like I just wear it at home and on YouTube because it's like YouTube is like being at home, you know. So I'm just this is how I would be at home, all right? But yeah, my shirt is backwards because I just like touching this. But anyway, today I'm going to be doing a Q&A and I'm going to be answering a lot of questions that you guys ask me about relationship status, smoking questions, just questions about me in general. And I'm going to be smoking a cigarette and drinking an energy drink. This is just like some Portuguese brand, like a knockoff of a Red Bull, you know. And yeah, I'm going to be drinking this while smoking a cigarette, which is also one of my favorite combos. It's just like energy drink and a cigarette, you know, and I'm gonna be answering a bunch of questions that I have saved on my phone. So yeah, let me light this up and let's start answering some questions, shall we? All right, so which country do you live in? I live in Portugal. I live in Portugal. I've lived here my whole life. I've never lived anywhere else. I was born here and I've lived here ever since, and I love it. What's your favorite sport? So, my favorite sport to watch is rhythmic gymnastics and also to practice. I did rhythmic gymnastics for 5 years and I loved it. I loved it so much, but then I kind of just grew out of it and it was needing a lot of practice and it was in the middle of high school, so I just quit because I wanted to study. But rhythmic gymnastics is my favorite sport to practice and watch. And I also love watching esports, so like video games, you know, the competitions like League of Legends competitions and Valorant competitions, stuff like that. So yeah, rhythmic gymnastics and esports are my favorite to watch. How old are you? How old do I look? Just kidding. I am 21. I'm going to be 22 in April. So yeah, 21. Why do you smoke? Well, I guess that to explain this in a very short, you know, way so that I don't take the whole video like talking about this. Basically because I am a very anxious person and I very much appreciate having those 20 seconds a day where I feel the buzz of the cigarette and I just feel calm and I feel peace and I feel my thoughts not completely battling each other in my head. So just realizing that I can feel that peace even if it's for very short period of time during a day makes me feel better. And yeah, I guess that's why I smoke, just because I want to feel a little bit anxiety relief, even if it's for a very short period of time during a day, you know. But yeah, do you speak Spanish? Yo hablo un poquito de español. I'm kidding, I don't, I really don't. I understand Spanish well because it is similar to Portuguese. So if a Spanish person talks to me slowly, like not slowly, but not too fast, you know, I can understand, but I cannot very well communicate back in the same language just because I have never learned it, you know. The things that I know how to say is just because they sound similar to Portuguese, so I just assume that that's the way that they would sound, you know. But I cannot speak Spanish, but I can understand it though. Are you Portuguese or Brazilian? I am Portuguese. A lot of people assume from my accent, I think, that I am Brazilian. I get a lot of comments saying, oh, you are Brazilian, you are Brazilian. And it's like, no, I am Portuguese. My father is actually half Brazilian because he was born in Brazil, but he came to Portugal like when he was just a few weeks old. But he had Brazilian nationality for a long period of time until he was like 18, but he speaks Portuguese with a Portuguese accent and not a Brazilian accent. So I am full Portuguese. I was born in Portugal. I don't have any like accent in Brazilian, like I don't know how to speak Brazilian Portuguese. I can try, but it's just gonna be very embarrassing. So yeah, I am Portuguese. I'm full Portuguese. Are you single? No, I am not single. I have not been single for a long time. I don't know. I don't really like talking too much about relationships online because I feel like if they eventually end, then I'm obligated to talk about it online. And usually for me, when a relationship ends, it's a period of a lot of pain because I just feel emotions super, super deeply, and I feel like I don't want to share a lot of my relationship online so that if one day it ends, I don't have to share like the end of it online as well while I'm trying to grieve the loss of a person, like just going both ways, So I have a boyfriend, but I will never share too much about it because I just don't want to share about it if it ends, I just want to be on my own, happy, moving on. So but no, I have a boyfriend. What car do you drive? Well, this needs to be relit first of all. So I drive. I'm gonna do a car tour, by the way, soon, because I've been cleaning my car in order to do a car tour, like very soon. But I drive a Nissan Micra from 2003. My father gifted it to me as a 18-year-old present, like as you just finished your driver's license, here's a car. I think that at the time it was between 3,000 and 4,000 euros because it's a second-hand car, it's an old car. And it's very pretty, I love it. It's small, it's not very powerful, it's not fast, but I will never want to have another car because my dad gave this car to me, and it's very special to my heart because that is such a big gift to give to someone, a car. So my dad gave me this car. It's a Nissan Micra from 2003. I love it. I will never have another car unless this one like completely dies. It's one of the greatest acts that I've seen towards me. Just like receiving a car is something that I can't even wrap my hand around, What songs genre do you like the most? I hope that's the way that you say genre. Genre? I don't know. So, I would say that my style in music is very versatile because I can hear a lot of things and I have a lot of phases where I listen to different styles of music. But I would say that my all-time favorite, and it has been consistent for the past like 5 or 6 years, it's pop punk, punk rock, and just rock in general. And then I like a little bit of metal, but not super heavy, like just rocky metal, And I also like pop music, and I think that's it. Sometimes I listen to country. Sometimes I have a country vibe, but I think that the most heard style of music from me is pop punk, punk rock. I just love it. Are you religious? I have not been trying, but I've been wanting to try to learn more about God, and that's something that I want to try to do in the future. Not right now, because I feel like right now I'm learning about other things, but in the future that's something I want to learn about. But right now I would say that I'm more spiritual than I am religious. So the thing that I believe in the most is the law of attraction, but that's not a religion, that's more of a spirituality, science type of thing. So right now I am not religious, but I am spiritual. Do you have or want any tattoos? They would suit you really well. Thank you. I have 5 tattoos. I have this one. Also, I did all of these to myself with stick and poke. So that's why they are kind of ratchet, all right? But I have this little smile. I have this little smile over here. And then I have a smile on this side of my ankle. Like a triangle here because it represents fire signs, and my sign is Aries, which is a fire sign. So I don't know, I just decided it was a great idea. And then I have a sunset that was done by a friend of mine a couple of years ago. Like, she did this to me. She drew it, and it's a sunset. It's like a little line with a sun. All right, I just say it's sunset. But she did it to me, and it's very special because it was someone else that did a tattoo on me, So I was like, that's cool. I definitely do want more tattoos though. I just don't know of what, and I want to have kind of a good idea of what I want to do when I go to an actual tattoo artist, because I don't want to do more stick and pokes because they are painful. They took a lot of time, and I don't know, they don't look that good, but it was a phase of my life, so I just wanted to keep it recorded on my body, I guess. Do you watch anime? So right now, at this moment in my life, I am not watching anime, and I've not been watching for a couple months just because I've been kind of busy doing other things, you know, but I used to watch a lot of anime, and my favorite anime from all time, it is one that's called Your Lie in April, which is about, it's about music, it's about piano and violin, and it's a love story, and I love love stories, all right, like, it is what it is. I love Your Lie in April, and I also love Assassination Classroom, which is another very good anime. But I've watched a bunch, like I've watched like more than 50 anime, but yeah, those two are my favorite. When was the first time you started smoking? Well, the first time I started smoking consistently was in the summer of 2021. But before that, I had tried a vape like once, and I had smoked weed. So yeah, but the first time I started smoking cigarettes consistently was in the summer of 2021, like in May, June, something like that. What do you want to do in the future? Well, this is a question that I don't really know how to answer because I feel like it's super open-ended, I don't know. But I definitely want to do something in the entertainment business. And if that doesn't work out, I would love to work with animals. So either at like, oh my God, I would love to work like at a zoo or at a pet shelter, you know? I feel like either the entertainment businesses or animal related works is what I would like to do the most. So another good question. Are you happy with the way that things are going at the moment? Right now, at my 21 years in November of 2022, I feel like this is the happiest time that I've ever lived in my whole life. I've had a lot of struggles growing up, and a lot of the times I didn't know how I was gonna get out of it, if I was gonna survive them, if I was gonna even reach the age of 21. I didn't know. And it was pretty dark. A lot of my growing up childhood years were pretty hard on me. But right now I am living the absolute best year of my life that I've had ever since I was born. So I'm very happy with the way that things are going right now. And yeah, right now I am. Is it true you only smoke one cigarette a day? It is. Like, there's no way for me to prove to you guys that I only smoke one cigarette a day. And even if there was, like, why would I go out of my way just to try to make a point? Like, if I know that it is true in my heart, then I feel like it is okay, you know? If I smoked more than one cigarette, I would never want to try to tell you guys I only smoke one cigarette a day and that's why I'm not addicted. Like, I feel like that would be so hypocritical and cynic and just bad of me, you know? I wouldn't want to do that. So yeah, I only smoke one cigarette a day. Some days I don't smoke because I don't feel like it, and some days I smoke, and some days I smoke 2 cigarettes. But I don't smoke more than that, and I don't feel like smoking more than that. And yeah, I only smoke around 1 cigarette a day. Why don't you do smoking videos with your boyfriend? That is a good question. Well, first of all, because he doesn't smoke. My boyfriend, he tried smoking, he like experienced it. He experimented, I guess, and he just realized it's not for him, you know? He doesn't like the flavor, he doesn't like the smell, he doesn't like the way it makes him feel, and you know what? All right, that's completely fine with me. So I will not like be telling him, you know, like come to my video and smoke a cigarette while I know it's something he doesn't like to do, you know? So yeah, that's why I don't do smoking videos with him, because he doesn't smoke. Hi Connie, since you were born in Portugal, how was your process on learning English and moving? I didn't move. I feel like some people may think that I live in America just because I feel like my English is kind of fluent. I don't know, I don't want to brag about it, all right? But some people have asked me like, oh, how was your process to moving to America? Like, I still live in Portugal. But my process in learning English, like I completely disregarded the school system because I didn't, like from the point where I started learning English in school, I realized that I would never be fluent just by learning English in school. So what I did was I watched videos on YouTube ever since I was like 12 years old of just day in the lives of girls that I like to follow, you know, and I would just watch it and I wouldn't understand anything because everything was in English and I just spoke Portuguese, you know. I didn't know anything about English. But I watched those videos for so many years that I feel like I just learned all of my English and I got all of my English skills from watching YouTube videos, you know. There were no subtitles, so I really just didn't understand anything that they were saying until eventually I started understanding, you know. So I guess that's how. And then I started like talking to myself in English. I started writing in English on my journal. So I feel like that's kind of how I learned how to understand and speak English. It was just by watching YouTube videos, and it's a good way. It's a good way. Because you are studying and you don't really realize that you are studying, you know? Are you still studying? Right now, I am not, but I plan on eventually, maybe when I'm around 23 years old, because that's the way that the school system here in Portugal, like college-wise, you get a ton of like perks if you go to college again when you are over 23 years old. So right now I'm 21. I've been in college for psychology and for sociology, but I never finished any of the courses. And I want to go back to college when I'm older, because I feel like it's going to be a good experience for me to have in my book, you know. But right now I just don't feel like it's the right time. So right now I'm not studying. Like, I'm studying Japanese at home alone, but I don't think you can call that studying, you know. But yeah, right now, no. Are you thinking of quitting smoking? No, I'm not thinking of quitting smoking right now. I don't know if I'm gonna smoke for the rest of my life. I have no idea. I don't even wanna like think about it, because it's way too far. Or not, you know, something can happen, I could die tomorrow, but right now I'm not thinking about quitting smoking, just because it's something that I've been enjoying, and I don't think it's as harmful as if I started smoking more, since I smoke so little, like 1 cigarette a day, or some days I don't even smoke. I feel like, as for right now, I enjoy this habit and I will keep having it. So yeah, those were all of the questions for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was already kind of a long video, I think. I don't know. But yeah, if you have any more questions that you would like me to answer in a future Q&A video, just let me know, and I will be just more than glad to answer them. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye!